Black Oni.
You're now listening to the Black Oni podcast.
Okay, we are finally back in the mix. Hi guys.
Hello.
Jamel, you still muted? You good? Yeah, he's still muted.
I'm muted.
Yeah, there you go. Finally.
Yay.
Sorry everybody for that wait. So I'm just going to tell the story of what happened and then let people understand what happened. I'm not purposefully trying to make the anticipation get so hype. I already had a graphic set aside for this show because we've already had these three lovely guests on the show. But then I realized since the last podcast that we changed some of the interface stuff. So they're a little different than they were the last time. So I had to go and make those changes to visual graphics, in terms of alert party. Yes. And so we're good now. We have all of our people, at least people who are supposed to be on the show for today. Before we get into anything else, let's take a moment to introduce our guests, starting with the person on my right side for you guys at home.
That's me.
Is you.
Hi guys, I'm Ashley Dew. I'm a cosplayer, and yeah, I make stuff and dress up. That about sums it up, I suppose.
Yes, she's an awesome streamer. You're now in your month 2?
Yeah. It's been really fun. It's flown by.
Yeah. Yeah, it really has flown by. It's so cool. We have...
Yeah, little newbie to streaming.
Say that again?
Little newbie when it comes to streaming.
You're doing great. I've been checking out your streams as much as I can, and it's been fun. And we have Mr. Dream Manifested right below me.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Dream, and this is the team.
I see what you did there. That was cute. That was cute.
That's what I'm gonna use for my Discord. Dreams team.
Oh my god, that is adorable. And you guys already know who I am. I'm Will Black Money Wiggins. I'm hearing myself again. I don't know. Ow. Am I getting an echo? Is everyone at home hearing myself twice?
I was confused. I was like, is he like, what? The things I make when I do math in my head.
Oh my god, so confused. Wait, Ashley, do you have headphones on?
No, that's probably why.
Maybe.
That is most likely it. I can get my headphones.
Okay.
Darn, problem.
No, I don't hear it anymore.
Really?
All the reverb. Yeah, people in the stream like all the reverb, and you'll have to rehost again because the stream crashed. So you guys will have to rehost.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to rehost.
So stupid.
Okay, because I didn't use headphones last time.
No.
Was your Twitch volume up? I mean, is your Twitch volume up, or you have it muted?
It's on my phone. Oh, it's probably because it's on my phone.
Oh.
I have it separate because I'm afraid of this crashing. It's happening on my little laptop.
Yeah.
Does its best.
OBS has not been kind to us.
Yeah, so I'm doing the same thing as normal, and I've got it on my phone.
Hey, it's all good. It has stopped.
Yes.
Okay, I gotta get back to the host then.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, we got a little sidetracked because of the technical stuff, of course, as always. Before we get into even our icebreaker, I want to ask you guys, like, we haven't had Ashley on the show in a while. We haven't had a podcast in a while because of E3. What's been going on in life? What's been happening?
With me?
Yeah, let's start with you.
A lot of conventions. It's that time of year again, doing a lot of traveling. feels like, oh, you know what? It's funny because you usually do your podcast every other week. And those happen to be the weekends that I had cons. And then your off weeks are when I was in town.
Right.
So that was unfortunate. We kept missing each other. So it just kind of feels like since the beginning of May, it's just been kind of go, 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 which is exciting. But I'm also trying to do as many photo shoots as possible because, I mean, I'm up in Canada. Winters are not kind for shooting outside and cosplays. So trying to get like squeeze in as many shoots and still keep my like, you know, stream schedule and all that. So it's been a fury. I can't believe it's already the end of June.
Right.
Yeah.
So weird to think about.
Christmas is 5 months away, yeah.
Wow. Why do you
don't say that?
Ready to
Hey, man, I'm just letting you know. Almost another year under the belt. We getting old. Gray hairs the other day on Will.
I don't know what you are talking about. There are no gray hairs on this head of hair.
All right.
Yeah.
You color, I know it. You're just like hiding the grays.
Coloring it dark brown. What's going on with Dream Manifested? What's going on in your life? I know there's some new diet thing you're doing.
Yeah. So in order to,
Because you're cosplaying.
That's right. In order to get ready for Dragon Con coming up, in which I am playing Barrett, I got to make sure that the physique is on point. You know, I've been a little lax. With my dietary things. So, currently for a week, I'm just cutting back on carbs and sugars to jumpstart the metabolism. And of course, I'll be keeping it lower. Ultimately, you just have to be in a caloric deficit to lose weight. Aside from that, I had an interview for a new job, so I'm just waiting for the get back so they could tell me they gave me the position. So I can then
that
move.
Confidence.
Yeah, man, you got to just speak things into existence, right? The power of positivity.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. That's so exciting.
That is exciting.
Have you been having like all of the proteins? That's the thing. Like
Manergy. Manergy. Protein.
Protein.
Oh, for sure.
That's amazing. I'm looking forward. Did you already start your costume?
Well, see, that's the thing about that. Because I have wonderful friends, you know what I'm saying? 2 lovely friends are actually helping me out with that.
Okay, yeah.
By the name of It's Yoru and Princess Giggle Snort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if he's going to be there with me, though, but you'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, we can't say too much, but he had a interesting opportunity potentially come up, so he has to weigh some options. Which is
my gosh.
You better do the other thing. I'm just saying, like,
we'll tell you after the show, Ashley, so that you're not out of the loop.
Like 3 hours. But like, here's the thing: I'm bad at secret keeping because it feels like I'm being a liar. So even if you told me now in like a side chat or whatever, I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna tell you guys after probably a minute and a half. I'm the worst secret keeper.
I'm gonna keep that in mind. If I have any secrets, I gotta tell.
I'm like a liar. A guy at my work, like, I work with his now fiance. He told me like 3 months in advance. He's like, "Is there any way?" Because I did the scheduling, that she can have this day off. And he told me why, and I was just like, I had to face that girl for 3 months. And I just like looked at her like, weird.
That's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
It's a really cool opportunity, and I'm really happy for him. We'll see how it goes. In terms of what's been going on in my life, I've just been like, after E3. Okay, first of all, I just want to say, like, I've been having too much to drink. Like, entirely too much to drink. Like, the E3 after parties, and then when I got back, me and my girl went to some place where it was like wine tasting, and then like there was a retreat at my job, so there was just drinking all days. And then like we just came back from like 2 other nights of drinking. We went out to some place and then went to a buddy's place to have a cookout. And I'm so drinked out. Like I'm thinking of making Thirsty Thursday into like Throwback Thursday or something, so I don't have to drink anymore.
have you mostly been drinking? I know you mentioned the wine tasting, but do you have like a specific alcohol, or have you been trying to like trick yourself by switching it up?
Henny on the rocks.
Not Henny on the rocks. Not. I've been having like a lot of cocktails, and I've been having some beers, mostly cocktails.
They're so tasty, and they're deceivingly strong.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing about cocktails.
Yeah, that's how to get you. It's delicious, but it's also the ones that creep up on you the most.
Mm-hmm. Because they're so tasty, you just want to like drink it really quickly, and you're like, that has like 3 shots in it.
Yeah. Yep, don't drink it quickly. Well, when you come down for Boston Comic Con, that's the next time I'll drink.
Oh my gosh, I barely drink anymore. I've been doing random party streams, but like I have to do a cocktail. Like I can't really do real shots, like straight alcohol. So I've been making fun like cocktails and mixing them up.
Nice.
But yeah, no, I'm such a sook now when it comes to drinking.
Oh, that's so good. Man, does alcohol, is that still part of your diet? Can you indulge?
Well, I'm not for this week, so my week of being extremely strict is over Thursday. But even still, I mean, I don't want to drink too much because it is empty calories.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, and plus, like if I drink when I go out, I mean, I might have a shot, 2 shot, whatever. But when you drink, like especially if you go out at night, who's gonna sit there and be like, how many calories this has? I'm not gonna be worried about checking calories at that point. Can't do it.
There's some people who do, and I don't understand them.
Avoiding beer, like beer's really the big one when it comes to calories. And then like, funny trick. This is like something that I know a lot of my girlfriends do. So, diet drinks are better for like when it comes to calorie intake on the long term, but they bloat you. So the night of, you should be drinking regular, not diet. Diet will bloat you, where regular drinks, yes, you gain more calories, but it won't make you as,
I believe
it.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it.
Yeah, I believe it too. I totally believe it. You don't need to drink, trust me. Oh, yo, Nike talking that shit.
Are we gonna have a Sunday sesh? Is that what's happening?
A Sunday sesh? I mean, we could. I mean, not right now. I gotta. Now, I have this question for you guys as our icebreaker. What was the most memorable E3? And we're going to start the other way. We're going to start with Dream Manifested for this one.
Well, to be honest, my most memorable E3 hasn't happened yet because I haven't been to one.
I mean, like, viewing, watching.
I was going to say, way to brag.
I'm talking about watching, just like as a spectator, like from home.
All these cool parties, it was the best thing ever, and you suckers were at home, not going to it, and now I'm going to remind you.
I'm just saying, even still, like, so E3 is fun, yes. I like to see new stuff, but I can't say that any particular one so far has been that much better than the other. They've all shown a game or two that I'm really looking forward to. So as long as they get that across, as long as I'm showed a game I want to see and then some extra games, and I'm cool. It's not going to be memorable till I'm there. That's just how I feel personally.
Yeah. Whatever.
How many have you been to, Will? Was this your
One.
first?
This is just my first.
Everyone since he's been born.
Oh my god, that's so exciting.
I wish.
Well, I mean, I was excited last year. This is gonna sound so cliche, but like, I don't know. I was excited to hear about a Final Fantasy VII remake. That was last year's, right?
Yeah, it was. That was last year's.
That was last year's. I mean, I've since kind of like, I'm a little on the fence about it. But I was excited to see that. Yeah. I mean, I think it just hit all the right nostalgia. And I thought someone I know, like a friend of a friend, worked on that trailer.
Ooh.
And had to keep it secret. And I'm bad at secret keeping. I was just thinking, like, how? Like, I know you sign a contract and stuff, but, like, how can you keep that secret from all your friends for that long?
Right.
Especially something like that.
Yeah, that can't be easy.
Yeah, I was excited this year for. I mean, I think we're gonna talk about it later, but I was excited for Anthem.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I had to like get ready for the chills, and it kept coming. I was like, oh, not just one.
All the chills.
Yeah. I don't know. It was everything so far, like, I'm excited for Destiny 2. Like, I love Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
But looking at Anthem, I was like, oh, this is like everything I wanted from Destiny.
Yeah.
And
You
I
can
don't know, how
actually
do you
play
feel
with
about
4
that
people.
Because I know you're a big Destiny fan, too.
Will isn't.
You know, okay.
You're so, like you're against 2 of us right now, so let's...
I know. I've got, like, I'm going to show y'all something.
Okay.
He gonna go get his, I can't even remember what the shit is called now. What was the Dinklebot called? Like the little thing that follows you around?
The ghost.
Yeah, you gonna bring the ghost out? Your ghost out?
How do you not know what Dinklebot is called? You play Destiny so much.
I did. I played Destiny so much. I played it for a good 2 years straight.
Right, then how do you forget a ghosty ghost? Did you see Ghost around Halloween? Where they had the ghost with the ghost costume?
Oh,
I wanted Ghost so bad and did not get Ghost. I'm still...
¿Por qué no?
I'm going to show you guys something after I fix something.
Oh.
What? Oh, the name? Yeah, because we're still playing Horizon.
Yeah, I'm
gonna finally buy it.
please
do. Haven't had time, and I was like, no, fuck.
It's so
Oh, I'm not allowed to swear on Twitch, otherwise I have to put $1 in the swear jar.
Ooh.
I almost said it. I'm at $22, and it's been 2 months.
What's this money going toward?
Horizon.
At my 1 year anniversary, we're gonna see what we can buy with it.
Oh, that's so funny.
Okay.
So I'll have my yearly swear jar.
That's amazing.
Oh.
So I'm going to show you guys something that is near and dear to my heart, and I had so much anticipation for this game. This is Destiny: The Collector's Edition. The limited edition. I had this delivered to my home. My roommate was home. He knew how excited I was for this game, to the point where he took a knife to the box and was like, "So, you know, I'm having your game for ransom. I have Destiny for ransom." No, he said something. He was like, "This is all in your Destiny. Destiny is in your hands. You must pay me in 1 million pesos or some dumb shit." And I was just like, "I will smite you if you do anything to that." So I did an unboxing video for this. Like, I was so excited about like the little thing in the inside. It looked like a book. It's like you open this up and you have like this journal thing that's just beautifully done. You have all these prints and really cool stuff. I was so excited for this game. Okay, all right. I was ready to the point where it was blowing my mind how much I wanted to play this game. I started playing through it, and I'm just like, okay. And like my excitement for it started diminishing more and more. I realized like how much of their vision they didn't do.
Yes.
And like not only that, but they just went out of their way to like waste as much of your time as possible. And like like the shooting mechanics in the game are so fucking good. Like there's some of the best that are out there, but they. It
Some of
broke
the
my
best they're out there, Will. I'm just saying.
You have to understand, Destiny promises you the world and then gives you like a world keychain. And it's like, this is what I meant.
Yeah.
And like, I love Destiny, don't get me wrong. It is like the main game I've been playing for like the last 2 years. And you know, I believe them every time they promise me.
Right.
But the thing is, like, I was at a bookshop and I was looking through the Destiny art book.
Huh?
And it is so much cooler when you look at the concepts that they wanted to explore. Like, you're absolutely right. I'm sure the book that you've got in there with the collector's edition has way cooler thing. Like some of the gear and
Yeah.
then some of the like emblems and stuff like that.
Numbers.
Pretty super.
Yeah.
And then I look in the game and I'm just like, this never existed.
No.
Oh. So like, I don't know, Anthem 2, like I felt as though they the voice acting was stronger.
Mhm.
Like
Destiny 2?
sounds a lot more natural.
Hmm.
Because yeah, I don't know. I actually started playing after the whole Dinklebot thing.
Oh,
So
okay.
World.
Oh, he was terrible.
I
Right,
liked him.
exactly.
I
Yeah.
liked him more that way because he felt more like a robot. Felt more like a droid. He felt like he was supposed to be robotic, and that's what.
Well,
he
he
did.
was, but he was also still supposed to have personality, and he didn't have much of that.
Mm.
I guess. Like, I'm gonna just say like these couple of things about like my gripes about Destiny, aside from what I already said, and why I'm not on the hype train yet. One, it's still only 3 people in a team, as opposed to 4. There's really no reason outside of there just being 3 classes. You can have 2 of the same class and be okay.
How many friends do you have? Like, I have a hard time. Like, we talked about this last time. Like, I have a hard time finding 3. You guys ask for more, and I'm just like, what?
It's like, especially if like, let's say me, you, Jamel, and Chris are all online, and we're like, oh my god, we've been waiting for this game. We really want to play it together. Obviously, you can always make that argument that what about 5? What about 6? But like the gold standard of like co-op play has either been 2 or 4. Never really been 3. So now you just have this odd number of people that are just displaced.
That's great to do 6.
The man makes a point.
And the other issue is the Crucible is now, what was it, 4-on-4 is the standard for Crucible, which is the competitive. What? Then
They're
they
trolling you specifically, Will.
Man, listen. And then they talked about their raid system. And they went into great lengths to discuss, like in the E3, I watched it, the E3 trailer, they're just like, yeah, you know, E3, oh, not E3, sorry, it was the Destiny 2 reveal. And they were talking about all the things that they were doing to make sure that Destiny 2 was going to be a better experience and blah, blah, blah. And you're like, we have this system, the raid system, that's just so fun for so many people, but yet there's so many people who say they can't play it. And we were trying to figure out how we can make these people who never had a chance to play the raid play it. And so we went through months and months of deliberation trying to figure it out, and we came up with a solution. Matchmaking. I shit you not. Like, they said that, and I lost my shit. It's like, we've asked for it since the very beginning of the game. When they said there was going to be no matchmaking, we said, please put it in there. There are people who want to play the raid, who don't have 6 friends who are always online, who are going to be ready to play it. It's a
I'm
problem.
always like at the tower, just like hitting people up. But I'm usually like I'm kind of like in golf where I'm the extra. Like when, you know, I'm like that with raids. I don't really do raids anymore just because
They made you go out of your way to try to do it.
So when people are looking for more, that's when I'll get like a message or something, and I'm like, all right.
I mean, I really only played Destiny for the raids after a while. When I first started, this is because Destiny came out shortly after I kind of met Will, and so we used to play Crucible together.
All the time.
I played Destiny mainly for the PvE content.
That's me. Crucible scares me. I run around a lot. I'm great with evasive maneuvers. Yeah.
Which is great.
I'm a coward.
So you didn't play Trials of Osiris, what you're saying?
I run away a lot. No, I'm such a little sook. I get scared. People come at you. When it's like
That's what they're supposed to. You're supposed to go at them.
I know. I get so like whenever I have to play like PvP, I get so scared. I got sweaty palms. I'm ready for it. I get so like worked up about it. Like I'll play it, but like every day, I don't know what I'm a PvE person. Whatever, hate on me, I don't care. But like even when I was in high school, so like when I started playing and everything, like this is when like I was playing Call of Duty and stuff like that. It's scary. There are people much better than me, and I'm constantly reminded, and I'm so competitive.
Oh, no, that's the thing.
That's the problem.
Yeah, I got surprisingly decent at the game, but even then, like there were still times where I would get the sweaty palms. Like when I play Street Fighter, for example, like I get sweaty palms for sure. But when I play Destiny, when I play anything competitive, I kind of feel the same way. I like that thrill of trying to be better than everybody else, but I know how you feel. But since we're on the topic of Destiny, what else have you guys been playing? Start with you, Ashley.
I still play Skyrim a lot. I mean, it's nice to... Okay. A game I loved from when I was a kid was Harvest Moon Back to Nature. Like, I'm all about that. Like, just let's get some things. I don't know. I played Skyrim for, like, downtime. And then, what else was I playing? I want to pick up, like, I haven't played it yet, but I really want to pick up Horizon because everyone's playing it. But yeah, that's mostly it. I haven't really, well, what happened was my Xbox, the Wi-Fi is broken. Yeah. So I switched over to my PlayStation and I was so behind in, like, in Destiny on that I was like, all right, like, I'll play that. Mm-hmm. So yeah, really just those two. It's really sad. It's so sad. What about you guys?
So I want to say this about Horizon. It's interesting that you're saying that people are still playing that a lot because, like, I purposefully didn't play more Horizon when it released because I knew everybody and their mom was playing that at the time. So I was like, let me let it rest a little bit, then come back to it. So the fact that people are still playing it a lot has me happy to hear that because it's like it's really good.
Oh yeah, and Overwatch, but not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot. Wait. Not as Overwatch as I'd like.
So you playing Overwatch, but you don't like.
I know. This is not trying.
Well, the thing about Overwatch is competitive, but they reward you. Like if you get one hit on someone while they're dying, you get rewarded for a kill.
Mm-hmm. I don't play it competitively. Like I do little quick play things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying. This is my like way of. It seems. I don't know why it seems less scary to me, and I think it's just because things are cute.
You've got a point. Things are a lot cuter in the game. It's vibrant. It's colorful.
Yeah. So I don't play it a lot, but like I've been trying to play it, but it still scares me. I get so sweaty. Like my hands get so sweaty.
Do your fingers slip off the controller? Like whoop.
Yep.
Dream.
Yeah.
What you playing?
I'm playing all the games.
All the games?
So let's see what I'm playing mostly. I'm playing the forefront is Tales of Berseria, Tekken 7. Although in the basement of this house, I do not have great internet connection, so my online in Tekken has been pretty much nixed. But aside from that, on the Xbox, which is in my room currently, I'm taking advantage certainly of the Game Pass trial. So
why aren't you streaming from your room then?
Because I'll just be streaming from the Xbox itself and not my setup.
No, why isn't your setup in your room?
Because there's no space in the room.
Oh, okay.
This is why I need to move out. They don't have space for me and my stuff here.
Gotcha.
I don't have it. So yeah, I'm playing Halo 5, which is actually pretty good, and I like it. I've been playing a lot of what's it called, Borderlands 2, because I know that Borderlands 3 is on the way, and I've been reliving that funness. And also, like what I play with the dudes is either Rocket League or Speedrunners. Yeah, just some light competition. There's still enough to get your friends annoyed.
That's great.
And what about yourself, Mr. Black Oni?
I've been playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds because that's a really fun game. Love it. I've been playing a little bit of Overwatch, not as much as I'd like to be, but a little bit of Overwatch. Horizon Zero Dawn, definitely playing that. Nier Automata, I still haven't finished that game. Like, I feel like it's a bigger game than people say it is. Like, cause I'm kind of a completionist, so I like try to do all the other shit that's in the game.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's so many cosplays right now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that and like Wonder Woman are like the two girly cosplays. Like it, I don't know. I can't look on my feed without seeing like 7 of each.
It's true. It's true. When are you gonna do a Wonder Woman or or 2B, or maybe you'll do a combination 2B Wonder Woman.
I don't have any plans for 2B, but like I don't know if I'll do it. Wonder Woman, I wanted to do this month because it's Justice League theme on my Patreon.
Gotcha.
So I did the Aquaman, and I have stuff for like Superman and Batman, but like I was waiting for. Okay, I just got this stuff from Smooth On that you coat foam, and it actually looks more like armor because it's like a top coat of like sheen. So I wanted to wait for that. And then I'm just too indecisive. Like, I don't know which outfit I want to do, which Wonder Woman. Mm-hmm. And I haven't seen the movie. I think I should probably watch it on Tuesday because I'm cheap, and that's the day it's cheap.
That's so legit.
Yeah, so I think I might go, and maybe try to work on the costume before I leave for Eternal Con on Friday.
Mm-hmm. Should certainly do that. Now, who you should be is Velvet from Tales of Berseria.
Yeah, he's loving that Berseria, man.
Yeah.
You be whooping some ass in that game. The combos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of that stuff, you know what I'm talking about?
This guy. Yeah, I have that game. I need to play it. I definitely need to pop that in and start playing it.
Costume is so tiny.
What's so tiny?
I just looked up Velvet.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Costume so tiny. Where? I'm gonna have.
No. Talk about. Wait. Now, hold on. Wait a minute. There are multiple costumes for her. Multiple costumes for her.
Just like.
You see that? Okay, because like I started doing covers for Dynamite.
Oh, let's do it.
And all the costumes, I like jokingly was writing them. I was like, these don't stay on a body. Like, do you know this?
Wait, her name is Velvet. I
don't know that she has a last name.
Okay.
Crow.
Her name
Velvet
is
Crow. Look this up. Yeah.
We're gonna show people at home. We're gonna show people at home. Hopefully, we don't get a.
It is so much under boob. Are you ready?
There are other outfits.
I mean, like no one's really gonna complain about the underboob.
My underboob.
Your underboob. Make it a thing.
But I do rock this costume right now.
There are other costumes, like the shorty shorts that are about as thick as her belt.
I have not gotten too far into the game.
Dying.
I lost this game. All right, L for me.
I'm too busy playing the game and enjoying the game to notice the fact that she was wearing tape.
Well, here's the thing, right? She's like, no.
I gotta make this out of ribbons.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Hold on, we're gonna show people at home. Here we go. Let's go. We've got ourselves here. All the different listen, like this is actually a really good illustration. This is Sakimi-chan. Yeah, good. But yeah, she ain't wearing that much.
I'm just kidding. That's like
okay.
Every girl in gaming or in comics, their costumes.
I mean, it is a cool costume. Not gonna lie, it's intricate.
No,
it's
it is actually really neat.
Very. Maybe here's two ideas. You can do a modified version where there's like leggings on or something.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Because the hand reminds me of my Carnage. I can make that. Mm-hmm. I can make that for sure.
The other option is both you and Jamel go to
send me more conservative pictures.
She does have more conservative outfits.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna look at it because it's gonna mess up my interface, but share it in the chat actually. Share it in the chat.
I'm just giving you a hack. I just like in general, like gaming or like comics, like characters, like the girls' costumes are so funny to me. Because like making them, you know.
Yeah.
And
some of the guys' costumes are too.
It's true. Okay, I'm not gonna make this a girl thing because there are some guys out there who have very like skimpy costumes or like what have you.
You guys should go to a con as the same character. You guys, both of y'all should be her. So it's like you could be a gender bent version, Velvet, and then you could be like actual Velvet. I'm just saying, this is a great idea.
This is a great idea.
I will be so on board.
What's funny about that, right? So, talking about her costume and how girls don't usually have a lot on, one of my nephews was watching me play, and she was like,
Bro.
he was like, why does she have all that armor on? I was like, oh, what armor?
Was it that same nephew that was like, oh, you just your son?
Why does she have all that armor on? I was like, oh, okay. I see where this is going. Get on out of here.
I'm dying.
That's so funny. Who was it? Isn't it in Soul Calibur where Ivy's like
Oh yeah.
more armor is like less clothing?
Oh, absolutely.
It's like super witchbladey.
Soul Calibur. I'm trying to think of which Soul Calibur she was the most revealing in.
Soul Calibur.
Oh gosh. Her boobs were we talked about boob physics one time, didn't we?
Oh, I'm 100% sure we talked about boob physics.
Like, because Dead or Alive got the boob fixes on lock.
Yeah, they spent.
Sorry, I'm just doing Ivy impressions. I'm doing my
Is
Ivy.
that what's going on over there?
These are her boobs.
Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur. We gotta find like a video clip of this. Hold on, we're just gonna do images, but nah, we're going. Oh my god! I think like every podcast we have some kind of conversation about boob fit.
They intrigue me so much, though.
Wait, what happened?
Boob physics for video games.
It's interesting. Like sometimes they'll purposefully exaggerate it for the sake of making it stand out more. And so
that Will buy the game.
Tuesday's a thing. We gotta stick to the theme,
That's what you need to be playing is beach volleyball on Tuesday, but I think you already did that.
I'll play it again. I've done it before.
Oh my gosh. I remember DOA when you got the little crystal bikini thingies.
We're showing, let's see. Got some Ivy action here. Who's that? That's not Ivy. Oh, that's Ivy. Yeah, so people at home can see exactly what we're talking about. She's definitely voluptuous is the right word.
Buxom.
There were a bunch of reveals at E3 that I hope you guys were excited about. And we'll go down the list. I'll just name a bunch of them, and then you guys can also kind of pick out stuff that you really liked and other stuff that wasn't on the list. Though I do feel like this year was a little bit lighter on revealing games for the first time versus showing more of stuff that we've seen. So we have Monster Hunter World.
I'm interested in that. Never played a Monster Hunter, but it's co-op and it's next gen and it's beautiful.
This is true.
I used to watch Monster Rancher back in the day with the little boy with the rollerblades and the hat backwards.
I know what you're talking about.
Say.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Monster Rancher. That one.
Sorry, I just got distracted because I was doing another example of this character. Anyway, we got Anthem. We talked about a little bit.
I'm very excited for Anthem.
I'm very much excited for Anthem. I feel like it's going to expand on what Destiny did and make some things better. I'm slightly salty because their modular suits is an idea me and some other people were thinking about. But that means that since they did it first, I can see what works and what does not work and implement that. They want to jump the gun and jump in the line and whatnot. That's okay.
The salt is real.
The salt is really real.
Oh my god. Other
I'm really
games.
excited for Anthem. I was talking to someone on the phone and they're like, "Hey, did you see this stuff for Anthem?" And I was like, "Not yet." So they're like, "Oh yeah, just look at it real quick." I was like, "Okay, I'll just watch a couple, a minute of it, and then we'll keep talking." But I watched the whole 9.5, 10 minute. I was just like, oh my goodness, I couldn't stop watching it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely got that effect.
Yeah.
The only thing that bugs me about those particular reveals, and it was the same with Destiny, it's the same with Siege and all those, the way that the actors talk about it, where they do their chats or whatever, how they're talking about their it's so cheesy. Nobody gonna talk. I'm never gonna talk to Will like that, or vice versa. You
better talk to me like that next time we the next time we play some games. Hey, Roger 5090.
Yep, we got about 5 bogeys coming up. Oh,
Yep.
they're gonna be gone. Good shot. It's like, dog.
Talk like that.
It's more if it's really good time, it's gonna be a lot of shoot. Good shot, yeah. Woo.
Don't got him. Don't got him.
Yeah, I don't got it.
I'm a lot of like, why me?
God.
You hear that a lot when I play. What?
Yeah. Why?
You have that like, why me?
Leave me alone.
And then when I win, there's a cackle. It's very unflattering. I've come to know that about myself.
Oh yeah.
Okay, do you know like about habits that you have when you game that
Yeah.
are particularly unflattering?
You can't even do anything about it because like people will tell you after, or you'll watch something that you'll watch some footage after, and you're like, oh wait, yeah, I've been sniffling a lot. It's like people think I'm sniffing coke or something. Like no, not maybe a little sick or allergies or something. And the swear jar probably makes you realize how much more you swear than you think.
Yeah, that and like I'm trying to get rid of little tics because I noticed like when I first started filming YouTube tutorials and stuff like that, I'd clench my jaw. And I found out that like it was giving me headaches because when I concentrate, I like clench my jaw and it puts stress here.
Yeah.
So it's something to do with everything. If I'm like thinking, writing, whatever. So I noticed it because of YouTube videos. So then I've stopped and it's helped my muscles and yeah, not sticking my tongue out when I'm concentrating.
Yeah, I chew on my tongue when I concentrate, and it
Yeah.
don't matter
You do. I see that.
like,
Yeah.
There's a picture I have when my freshman year of college when I was playing football, getting ready for a play, and I'm chewing on my tongue like on the field, like damn, I could beat that shit off.
Aren't you afraid of like hurting yourself? Like, have you actually ever like really clamped down on your tongue though because of it?
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, that hurts.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid. Like, ugh,
Yeah.
no good.
Yeah, it could be a lot worse. There's other games on this list as well that are really exciting. Just lost where that was. So we talked about Monster Hunter, talked about Anthem, Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Oh yeah,
I didn't.
that's probably. I think that's probably my top 3 of games that I'm most excited for because I didn't expect that to drop for number 1. Number 2, the Marvel's Capcom franchise has been
Dethroned.
terrible. Exactly, and so I mean, there hasn't been a 2D Dragon Ball Z fighter game that I could think about since it was on the original PlayStation. What is it called? There's just a Dragon Ball GT fighting game.
On which console you said?
On the I think the first PlayStation or the. Let me look it up. Continue. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, I'm about to show people at home like how it looks. It's just like, oh my god, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. All right. Like if people at home have not seen this game yet, like prepare to have your mind blown. Because like they made it look exactly like the anime to the point where it's like, why can't the anime look this good?
So it was on the regular first PlayStation. It was Dragon Ball GT Final Bout.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, so I'm hyped for that. I'm hyped for the combos. They're bringing back the tag system, 3 characters. So like I said, they're probably gonna low key dethrone Marvel, and hopefully this sparks Marvel to be like, we need to, or Capcom to be like, we need to get on our shit.
Yeah, they do need to get on their shit though. That's the thing. Like I didn't play Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but I saw it. I saw a lot of it, and I was just like, the gameplay looks fun. It looks good, but like they didn't even try with the character models.
Oh yeah, like on Ultimate, I was looking at Chun-Li like something's off here.
No, you mean on Infinite?
Yes,
This
and
looks
because I got the
good.
demo, and Infinite is trash too.
Oh, you were talking about Marvel vs. Capcom 3. You was talking about 3 Ultimate?
Yes.
Oh my god.
No, because 2 is great.
Oh yeah, it was amazing.
That's the only one that exists for me right now. Shoot.
I'm going to show you guys a better example of Dragon Ball FighterZ because this video is just like they're not doing anything.
What?
I mean, like compared to what?
Oh.
What good, but what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Get in there. KO.
Uh huh.
By pressing one button.
So yeah, this is a much better video because like it's showing off a lot of really cool stuff. But like Arc System's working on it. It's 3 versus 3 clashes, and like it came out of nowhere. Actually, like one of my friends accidentally leaked it to me. And I was like, wait, this is happening? And they were just like, yep. I didn't realize that it wasn't public of information yet. So I got to learn about it a little early, and I was just like, there's no way this is a thing. And so I got to E3 and saw it there, and I was like, oh. So I waited in line, got my chance to play it, and I played on an Xbox One controller. It was a little bit weird, just because like playing fighters on the Xbox controller is just inherently a little weird. But like I figured it out and got used to it, and just like they do a really good job of making you really feel like you're controlling the character, just like doing all these really cool moves. You don't really have to know that much about like inputs to pull off moves. So that was something I appreciated about it, because like anybody can pick it up and play it.
Does look good.
Yes.
No wonder, because I saw the hype, like I saw the reaction to it, but I didn't actually watch it. And then I was like, oh yeah, I'll go do that, and I didn't. I'm such a little spacey head.
It happens.
I need to just do things right away.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I'll look at that later, and then I do not.
There is Beyond Good and Evil 2 that was unveiled.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited about that.
Oh yeah. Did you play the first one?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I didn't play the first one either, so.
But from the trailers, I'm very intrigued with the protagonists. And it just seems like, because this is supposed to be multiplayer too, right? Or no?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was multiplayer. But at the same time, I think the first one was single player.
Oh, okay.
Exclusive.
Or regardless, the world itself, the setting, and all that is very intriguing. Mm-hmm. The types of characters that you have, like the crossbreed,
the monkeys and the pigs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The hybrid creatures.
Yeah.
So it seems like it's going to be pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm. And you have, of course, like humans. So I think her name was Jade, making a reappearance. I think that's her. Not sure.
It might have. I thought it was someone with an S, but I did watch actually the one where he was speaking to the developer about it. Mm. And one of the things that has me sold on it is that he said he wanted to make a diverse game.
Yeah.
And so you know that's ultimately a goal for me. So when he was saying that, he was talking about we have the pigs, we have so on the crew, they have the humans, they have the crossbreeded the animal humans amalgamations or whatever. Mm-hmm. They have men, they have all kinds that are part of one crew.
Yeah.
And so he said that was his goal, is to say that everybody comes together to work for the one thing, and I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah. See, I appreciate it a lot too. Yeah, it's a super, super pretty looking game. I mean, at least for the trailer. I mean, it's just a trailer.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about how...
If it's a movie of this, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I find that now, though, like, I don't know, getting old. When you really, because everyone's nostalgic about games, right? Particularly with, like, remakes and stuff. They're like, oh, that game was so nice. And then if you actually go back and play it, it's like, oh my
Not
God,
that great, yeah.
People see.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so true.
Yeah, there's so many pretty games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the other thing too is that like I'm so much more jaded now to trailers than I am to like gameplay videos, because like trailers really
soft.
Huh?
All I want to see is gameplay now, like in general.
Yeah.
Because trailers are so nice.
Yeah. But they don't really show you what it's like playing it. They just show you kind of this artistic, like I like it for its artistic feel, but like I would rather watch that on my own time.
It's like watching a movie then.
Yeah. But
you're playing a game. What you want is the gameplay to be good.
Yes, exactly.
Thanks a lot, Ubisoft.
We have Wolfenstein 2 unveiled, which was pretty cool as well. We'll do a little showcase of that and talk about that a little bit. But Have either of you played Wolfenstein, the remake that was on PS4 and Xbox One?
I did not. I know the Rad Brad was playing it, and I watched him play it a couple of times while I was at work. It seemed like it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
But it wasn't something I was willing to really spend money on.
Yeah. I have it. I only played a little bit of it so far, but I will be playing more in the coming months. I think it will be a good game to get back to, especially since this one is coming out now as well. And it's like, well, everyone's going to be hyped because it's, another Wolfenstein game. I don't know.
I'm just not. I might like if it came across, if it comes across Xbox, like even the other Wolfenstein,
Yeah.
comes across as like a free game and the goal, of course I'll download it.
Yeah.
It's a shooter. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's a pretty gory shooter at that.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely play it. But like I said, I don't know that it's something that I'll be willing to spend $60 on.
Mm-hmm. I feel you. I you know what? I know I've been saying this for a while. I'm gonna go back and actually play through this game because I've heard people really enjoy it, and I've only had a chance to play like a tiny bit of it, and I know it gets better. So,
What did they enjoy about it? That's my question whenever someone says they liked it. I'm like, what did you like about it? Because
like, the game
What-
doesn't hold your hand apparently, and it's like, go ahead.
I was saying like what someone else likes about it might be something that you don't care about in a game.
That's true.
So.
That's true. We'll do a rapid fire of these other games. We've got the. We'll actually just go through this thing right here. We got
I know
Super.
Assassin's Creed.
Yes, Assassin's Creed Origins.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
This will be the first one that I play.
Wait.
Really?
You never played Assassin's Creed at all?
I wasn't interested.
Damn.
Okay, because like I used to, part of my degree had to do with Renaissance history, and I remember people would joke like it counts as studying if you play Assassin's Creed.
Right.
Because they finally recognize names of people like political figures and stuff.
Right.
And it doesn't count as studying, but
I mean, there's some accuracies in there.
no, I thought it was cool. I thought it looked good.
Yeah.
I enjoy Assassin's Creed, so definitely looking forward to it.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna give this one a shot.
Cool.
Yeah.
What makes you want to give this one a shot versus the other ones?
Setting.
Okay, I was actually going to ask that because a lot of my friends, this is why they're getting hype about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I don't know. I like Egyptian stuff anyway.
Yeah.
The most recent Magic set had has an Egyptian theme.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, so I think because I was on the Amonkhet hype too, I was like, oh, now Assassin's Creed, like this is amazing. I think
Okay. Understandable.
and you don't see it a lot
Yeah.
compared to I don't know, I find like how there's like always trends. Like for a while it was all about Renaissance Italy where you had shows like Borgia shows or Rome, whatever. So I'm kind of interested to see if this will also have to do, like, I don't know, are there going to be like TV shows and stuff like that that
Yeah.
have I wonder if Egyptian themes are making a comeback.
I feel
Well,
like it.
Egyptian is very like the Egyptian aspect is very much it has been relevant for a long time. There's a lot of other cultures and things that I would love to see detailed more. But
Yeah.
I don't think that ever really the Egyptian thing has really ever died down. I mean, that's something that
I think it just hasn't been the center as
Yeah.
much. I don't think it ever went away. No, I agree, but it hasn't been the like center of attention.
I feel it. I feel
Yeah.
it. I feel it.
I'm happy to see it. I'm very interested about like some of the mythological stuff going on in there. If they're going to be saying those are canon, or if that's like visions that he's having or something.
Well, I mean, they said it's called Origin, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't mean that there were giant snakes. It could be a vision that he was having. It could be, a very primitive version of the Animus, where he was seeing stuff happening in a different way. Yeah, you just breaking all your shit. Is that what you do?
Yeah. I just saw it go through.
Yeah, I'm like, are you breaking your shit now? Is that what's happening?
Hey, basketball's not my sport, but it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's a thunderstorm outside.
Ooh,
I just heard it.
thunderstorms can be exciting.
Oh, it's been storming here. Well, it's hard to say storm. It's been raining profusely.
Oh, I was just in Charlotte. I
Oh.
got stuck with all that weather. I know it wasn't like bad in Atlanta, but like all around like Charlotte, it was like super rainy and thunderstorms like last weekend.
Hmm.
You were in Charlotte and you didn't let me know?
For
But you know-
shame.
I posted about
That's-
it. I did not think to message you. I'm so sorry. I posted about it, and yeah, that's what you get for not following my social media. No, I'm kidding.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, no, because it's only like what, like it's a 4-hour drive.
Is
A
it?
4-hour drive.
Is it a
Yes.
4-hour drive? Okay.
No, I go to Charlotte every year for Heroes Con. It's like one of my favorite conventions. Because it's like, if anything, it's a little more than half, or like 60-40 for like artists and vendors.
Mm-hmm.
And it attracts some pretty amazing talent. And like the weather's always nice, except for like, yeah, like it's warmer than here at least.
Right.
But,
Humid too, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Is where you living in Canada? Is it humid?
it's humid where I am.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yes, it's very humid.
Is it really hot during the spring and summer, or?
It's pretty nice. Like where I am, it's nice, but then we'll get like a heat wave.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. I don't know. I don't know what Fahrenheit is though.
Oh. Yeah, the
What?
Celsius, because in Canada it's Celsius. They do.
That's Celsius.
Yeah, so I don't know. I can't even tell you what the weather is like.
I can convert it in Google.
Okay, so like it's on average, like cause Saab in chat is from Ottawa too. It's like probably like 25-ish is the average, like 25 degrees. But then in our heat wave, we'll have like a week of heat wave where it'll be like 40.
25. What's that? Will like 70 something?
So wait, so you said your heat wave was 40?
Yeah.
Wait, what in the fuck? All right, it's Kelvin and Fahrenheit, right?
Yeah.
Or Celsius. Sorry, that's probably the reason why that was all. Wow. Okay.
Kelvin?
Listen, I had a moment and I fixed it. So,
Are you sure it was OBS's fault earlier and not just you?
Right.
you know, yes, I am sure. We are. It is 104 degrees Fahrenheit. If it's 40 on your heat wave, and then what was the other temperature?
Like on average, it's like 25.
25. 27 is nice. That's really nice.
I know what I'm talking about.
So that's like our average summer day.
Mm-hmm.
And then winter is the other, like, no. Gets to like negative 28, 30 on like cooldish days, but then it can get to negative 40, which is actually the point where Fahrenheit and Celsius meet. Negative 40 is the same on both.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
That's super weird.
You should
It's very
drop
cold.
some knowledge in here. I didn't know that.
Wait, what'd you say?
She over here dropping knowledge.
Knowledge to the chat. Speaking of knowledge to the chat, there are a ton of other games that are on this list as well. We kind of like scrolled through them on the list.
God of War, but there was a recast for. I don't like. Right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about his new beard? It's a little too Leonidas for me.
I feel like it's a new person.
Yeah.
Clear, like I mean, I know they have a new voice
Yeah,
actor, but
father.
Kratos himself is a different. That's a different
It's a different
character.
Kratos, yeah.
Yes.
Well, I kind of like that, but I also am like, why did they just use a different character? But
Yes.
I'm also interested to see how he developed throughout that time, like
From the end of
3.
3 to 4.
Mm-hmm. Because like obviously a lot would have had to change about him to get him to the point where he can start a family again.
Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very
It's interesting because that's so much of his character is the fact that he like doesn't have his family.
right.
Like that's a defining aspect of who he is. So I find it interesting, like who is a character when you take away something that makes them.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And I think that's kind of the beauty of it too, is that they took away something that made him, but now they gave him something to lose again. Which could very well tie into a different type of brutality from him.
Or maybe, okay. You know how, like, Dragon Ball was originally supposed to be about Gohan?
Oh, was it?
Like, Dragon Ball Z, like, when it switches over, like, it was supposed to switch and be about Gohan, not Goku.
Yeah.
But then it ended up being still Goku as the central character. I'm wondering if this game will actually be a switch to his son.
I imagine it has to be.
You know what I mean? Like, maybe
Yeah.
it's no longer about the fault. Maybe we're thinking it's about him, but it's going to be a transition to his son as the central figure.
Yeah. I would be surprised if not, because like even in I think last year they had like a meter that was filling up for his son, so he was learning skills as you were playing through the game, and so like I imagine
Thanks. Like tracking.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
It's got it.
I mean, I don't know. This is just me thinking.
Yeah. I think it's a good thought. I think it makes sense. I think if I was a betting man,
yeah, getting attached to his son just for his son to no longer be in the picture, and then we have to go through this cycle again. Like, I don't know. Is the narrative going to go one of two ways, or is it going to just be like the two of them continuing on?
yeah, which I think would be cool and it could in theory introduce some interesting things with like co-op. Like you might get a co-op mode where he's in training more and you just go on these little missions, or maybe the whole game might be co-op. I don't know. They didn't say that it would be. They said it's single player, but
yeah, it didn't it didn't grab me. Like I said, like it didn't. I think if anything, yeah, just the most interest I've had in this game is us talking about it right now. But like it didn't grab me when I watched the trailer for it.
Did you play the other God of War games?
Play the first one.
The first one.
Oh man, that was so long ago.
Yeah.
I know.
And I was in 8th grade. I was either in the 8th or 9th grade.
Oh man. But I think I was in high school at that point.
Maybe 10.
Yeah.
It was not great.
Did it come out?
But yeah, so one of the who was it? Artosign said in the chat said it might be like a reboot of the series. If that's the case, I'm not really looking for a reboot of the series. I'm not really looking for a reboot of the series, and as you alluded to, possibly that maybe the story goes on with his son.
Yeah.
I'm not really checking for that. They
Really?
could just keep it at God of War 3. I don't want them because I don't like when certain IPs
Drag
just
on.
they run on and on. It's like it's gonna turn into Fast and Furious. You got 8 Fast and Furious movies. And I know of God of War in that respect. So you have games like you have your Mega Mans.
Mm-hmm.
You have certain games that, okay, fine. You want to keep making those. It is what it is. But they weren't so heavy into the story, like especially when they started out on Nintendo and such.
Yeah.
God of War starting out and the generation it did, it was about its gameplay, its graphics, as well as a deep story for you to get immersed in. And I don't want to invest. I don't see that you can maintain that fidelity for 6-7 iterations.
I agree with you, but I also think this is a special case. Not just because it's God of War, more God of War, but I think they had some opportunities to do something with character development in previous God of War games that they just didn't. Like, pretty much God of War 1 and 2, and 3 for that matter, where pretty much Kratos was the exact same throughout each of those games. You had the God of War Ascension that came out, which was like they showed it off as being like this really emotional, impactful story that was supposed to kind of like tie everything together and like allow you to feel what Kratos felt when everything was taken away from him like that, and you just did not feel any of it. And so I think in most cases you're right. They should move on. This should be a totally new IP. They shouldn't even really be God of War. Like the way it's designed, it could be a totally different game altogether than God of War. But I think that they might be in a situation where they can say, okay, Kratos has been this way for all these past games. Let's show him why he's a better character than just, I'm mad, I want to kill stuff. Like that's where I'm at with it right now. Like I maybe I'm in the minority and like I was one of the only people who like wanted to see more out of his character development, but like when Ascension got revealed, I was like, yes, I'm ready for this.
Central was pretty lame.
Yeah,
Pretty lame.
Oh, man.
I wanted story. But
You mentioned Nintendo.
Mhm.
We haven't brought up anything.
Yes.
Nintendo.
Mario and Metroid are definitely things that I'm pretty interested in. Mario more so because like looks so good.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Dream manifested. You do not look impressed.
No. So I will say this: I haven't had up to date Nintendo console since the Wii.
Ooh, I didn't even have a Wii.
So I like the way that the Super Mario game looks. It looks like it's fun. They instead of creating newer IPs, they just recreate Mario, and that's fine. That's what I've accepted it at this point. I just feel like I'm not appreciative of the fact that Nintendo pulled the damn Square Enix and decided to announce an announcement with not even. Well, it's not even really a trailer, to be honest. They didn't show shit in that little 40-second spoof.
I mean, wait, are you talking about for Mario?
I'm talking about for Metroid.
Oh yeah, no, that was
Metroid. They pulled the Square Enix for Metroid and announced the announcement coming.
Yeah. So I think yeah, I hate when companies do that. I'm excited to hear that there's going to be a new Metroid for the Switch, but like we could have all pretty much assumed that was going to happen. So like that announcement didn't really.
I hate trailers for trailers. Like, do you ever watch trailers and then like when you watch them on YouTube or whatever, they'll be like, yeah, like a 10-second whatever compressed version of the trailer you're about to watch.
Mm-hmm.
That's stupid.
Yeah, it's bad.
Trailer culture is weird though. Like,
Not a fan.
there's something now.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of trailers in general. Just like I'm a fan of watching them after I've watched the movie or
we are
played the
talking
game.
about.
What'd you say?
I was gonna say, not a fan of trailers, but we've spent the podcast talking about.
I mean, we were talking about like game reveals, and like many of these are some of these like are gameplay. So like,
True.
I like the ones that are gameplay centered, where you can see what it's like to play, and you can see some cinematic stuff too. Like that's cool. Like the God of War thing had cinematic and it had like gameplay in it. So like awesome. The Dragon Ball Fighter Z and Monster Hunter World and Anthem, those all had gameplay and cinematics in them. I was just like, yes, give me more of this.
And they couldn't give us, they didn't give us nothing. And so, like, I understand you want to let us know, but I feel very confident to say that people would be okay if they just waited until they had something to actually show of the game.
Oh, absolutely.
It wouldn't make us any. Never mind, because at that point we don't know that it exists. Now that we know it exists, you just bring it up. So that's you're gonna have the sentiments. Some people are gonna have the sentiments I have. So you wasting my time just to tell me that y'all information. Like y'all could have just put that. Like for E3, right? They could have just put that out a tweet, or somehow we ever get our other news. Like when I found out that they're working on Borderlands 3.
Yeah,
that was no E3 or nothing.
Yeah,
they just kind of put the announcement out there.
Yeah.
But two other games that I'm excited about out of E3 are Metro, the new Metro.
Yeah, Metro Exodus.
Yeah, Metros they're a beautiful game. I haven't finished either of the ones that I have. But shooters, but there's so much more than shooters. Because it's in the post-apocalyptic era, you have to forage. You can't just go unless you turn it on like the arcade mode or whatever.
Yeah.
But you have to really be conservative with your ammunition and things like that, or else you're going to be out there looking stupid.
Right.
Stupid. And Ni no Kuni 2.
Ni no Kuni 2. I didn't finish Ni no Kuni 1 either.
You're not alone.
You got all these games that you ain't even finished.
Man,
that's why I have such a hard time getting more.
Yeah.
Like, I run out of time and I get spacey, and then I get mad. Then I know, you know what happens when I buy new games? If they didn't finish the previous one, I don't end up playing the new ones. Because I feel guilty starting new games if I haven't finished older ones.
I know how you feel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Spider-Man looked...
Oh, yeah! I hate that suit, though. I'm sorry, like...
Really? I love it. It's crazy, and it's different. I mean, I understand why you don't like it. I understand. But I want you to tell me why you don't like it.
I think it's just that, like...
You're a huge Spider-Man fan, so like
lines down. I don't know. I think it's just I don't like changes. Like I'm bad with costume changes. I don't like the one in the movies either. Like the Marvel, like I don't like the current one.
Yeah.
The one that they have in like Homecoming and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like just Spidey suit.
I'm hearing rumors that you can change your costume to be the original Spider-Man suit if you want to.
Good. I'm bad with change though. I don't know what it is. Like this is coming from someone who loves costuming, obviously, but I don't know. I think my problem. I mean, I can go on about like the ones in the movies, but like I don't know. I was just thinking about Vision. So I hate Vision's outfit in like the Marvel universe. Yeah. Because here's the thing, like I want bright colors. You know, if you can have Iron Man in golden cherry, you can have Vision in emerald, and you know what I mean? Like you can have bright colors. So yeah, that costume bugs me. So change in general, I hate change.
So you hate change when there's already a blueprint. There's already something to base it off of. Yeah, okay. I get that, certainly. Wholehearted.
Slight changes, slight. Like, I don't know. I'm okay with that. But not when it's like a whole new suit. I don't know. I can't handle it. It's so bad.
Yeah, I one of the comments in the chat was Sweet Boy Jones saying, change is how we evolve and superheroes evolve over time as well. And I get both sides of the argument, right? Like you like something because it is a certain way, and when you change it, it is no longer that certain way. It is something different than what you were accustomed to, something different than what you liked. But at the same time, I also kind of on the other side of that, where it's you get to have some really interesting dynamics of variations of it when you do something different. Like people will complain that you do too much of the same thing. Like Assassin's Creed, for example. I was one of those people. Like I complained that it would just became too much of the same thing all the time. And so now that they're doing something totally different with Assassin's Creed Origins, for example, even the combat system is different. I'm more interested in it now.
I feel that. I feel like the thing about these sorts of things. So for Marvel, the comic. I did. Somebody just died. Somebody just got shot out there.
I don't know what is happening. I'm just gonna keep myself over here, and I'm just gonna be looking out on the corner every once in a while to make sure no one's dead.
Was that actually? That's not what. Wait, what was it? Like a car?
It sounded like an accident, maybe.
It sounded like a boom on my end.
He don't know what it was, but he ain't about it.
Construction nearby?
Wait, what?
Is there construction nearby?
No.
Oh.
You guys keep going. I'm gonna
take a look. But no, I also agree that I think there's too much blue. Who brought that up in chat? I thought I saw that.
So what I was saying is that's good for change. So like for certain things, yeah, you want to change, and change is always good. But for these types of things where the comic book is the source of life for certain characters, then change usually happens at the source first. Like a game or the movie shouldn't be where the change happens in my mind, because most of the time they're supposed to be portraying something in the comic that's already happened. And so that's why I get frustrated when they change the storyline, or because of the stupid licensing issues that they have between Fox, Sony, and all that crap, they can't give you the actual story.
Oh yeah, it's painful watching the hands are tied. Particularly with like the word mutants, because Sony owns it. Yes, and like I could go on about, because like X-Men means a lot to me. I actually had a big chat last night with somebody about X-Men. Particularly, like, we were comparing like current political climate with X-Men, because we were talking about Marvels, and when it comes to racial discrimination or like religion, things like that, like that's something that's also in X-Men. So we kind of got on this whole, because mutants, like they're different, and it's something they just like whatever. So anyway, we got on this whole thing. But the fact that they can't.
What you're talking about?
Sorry?
That's all. No. Don't say sorry because I feel what you're talking about. Continue.
Oh, okay. So, it bothers me, like, when they couldn't use the word mutants, and then you could see Marvel, like, tiptoeing around it, like, with Inhumans, and,
That
like,
bothered me too.
all this stuff is changing. But no, X-Men means a lot to me, and, like, particularly last night, I was getting kind of emotional thinking about, like, you know, because when I was introduced to X-Men, it was like the TV show. I was playing games at the arcade. It's this like happy thing. Like these people are dressed cool and they have cool powers. I like it. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you start looking at like in the comics where they get into the fact that like what it's like to be different, what it's like for people to be afraid of you, what it's like to become a villain, but you're not. You know, like anyway, we were kind of going on and on. It was like, you know, like we were just talking about, yeah, like I said, like right now, because like I didn't realize when I was in, like I know Canada has its political issues and things like that, but there were certain things that I thought were over exaggerations about the States because I wasn't there enough.
Mm-hmm.
But in the last 2 years, maybe 3, I've been working and like traveling a lot, and I've been spending a lot more time in the States. And I had this, it was probably like a year and a half ago, I had this moment where I was like, oh my God, it's true.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly when it comes to racism and sexism and stuff, I seriously thought it was an over-exaggeration.
Mm-hmm. Which is fair to think.
It's just different. And, like, my entire life, we've had marriage equality. We've had, we have, I mean, like, recently, like, I mean, we have the pride flag flown in front of Parliament. And, like, things are just different here. Yeah. And like I said, I know Canada's not perfect. I know there are issues. I know there is racism. However, I didn't see it quite as much.
Mm-hmm.
And I seriously was like, no one's that racist.
I wish you were right.
I was just like, no way. Like, how are people like that now? Like now, like our current time?
Yeah.
And then I was traveling more, and yeah, I had this moment of like, oh, crumbs.
Yeah.
Like, this is a real thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, X-Men touches a point in my heart.
Yeah, I
now. Oh shoot, sorry, I gotta fix my alarm.
It's all good. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean though. It's definitely more shocking to think that this kind of thing could still happen in this day and age. And like even my really limited time in Canada when I did visit, like you didn't really get that sense of people really having that kind of resentment in any way. I mean, again, Canada isn't perfect, but I feel like it's not really a thing.
To catch you up, we were talking about characters changing and like when Sony's holding the rights, so we can't use the word mutants, and then it kind of spun off into like some X-Men stuff. And
I think that was Fox. I think it was Fox who owns the X-Men.
Oh, it's Fox. Okay.
Yeah, Fox hasn't been playing well with Marvel. Like Sony, as you guys saw, was more than happy to put. Not more than happy. It took them a while to do it, to get Spider-Man into the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
But when they did, like it was so good. Felt right. Felt right.
Certainly, I agree.
No, I think that's why, like, you know, we were just talking about character changes, and yeah, I think there's too much blue.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
you can't really see the pattern either, like the webbing.
Yeah.
I know it's a pain to draw and animate.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's like I know people when they draw Spidey stuff, it's just like, oh my gosh. Why? Yeah, and it's cool. Like it's funny how many things are cool as an image, like an illustration.
Yeah.
But such a pain to actually do. And I was wondering if that's why they kind of eliminated some of the details.
Possibly. To make it a little bit easier for the system to kind of deal with it.
Be able to animate it? Like...
It's 2017.
I know, right?
PS4 is like... PS4 came out in 2013?
Like...
Exactly. So they've had how long to...
Well, I'm saying the PS4 is old. It's old tech.
But I'm just simply saying that it couldn't have been that hard for people whose career it is to do this when they've had this particular system to work with for 4 years. I don't buy that.
I mean, I personally, I'm obviously in the minority here. I like the costume a lot. I think it has the right amount of detail for me. I do think it could use more red, like especially like in the legs, for example.
Do you like the white?
I do.
Really?
It's a different contrast. So like
I feel like it's subliminal.
Are you gonna go where I think you're gonna go?
No, I'm saying like red, white, and blue.
Oh, interesting.
Make him more American.
American.
That I wasn't going there, fool.
I was thinking more what they wanted to stand out.
Because like, Miles is at the end of it.
I was
He's
thinking,
like,
because that's we know for sure it's not Miles.
right.
Like,
It's
we
the
keep doing
white.
black costume. We're gonna give Peter more white, so we can just be like, "This is the white boy." Like,
That's not what I was saying.
I thought that's where he was going. I was like, wait a minute.
there's too many Spideys. We gotta label them. Like,
Oh my god.
Nah.
Well, okay, the American thing, red, white, and blue. I was gonna say this is specifically just for contrast, like for it to stand out more. Like with the red, blue, and black, it stands out well, but it doesn't pop the same way the white does. Because like it's throwing a lot of people off because it's like it's totally new.
I don't like that the white is so visible.
Yeah, I mean he's probably gonna be a little less stealthy because of it. But,
That's what.
yeah.
He's already got the red.
Yeah. You know.
Maybe it's just a getting used to it thing. Who knows? If that became like the main costume and I saw that only for like 20 years, maybe I'd change my mind.
That would take a long time to get there.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like, don't change my Spidey.
Don't change him. Leave him alone. Well, how do you feel about Miles Morales as Spider-Man?
I like Miles. It's a different character, though.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the thing. I was talking to people though pretty recently. They were saying like this was at a con, and the whole Gwen and Miles thing came up since they're in a relationship now.
Which is
I haven't
weird.
been reading it. So, pardon?
Which is kind of Gwen, like Spider-Gwen.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was thinking of
Yeah.
just
Spider-Gwen and Miles are in a relationship. I haven't been following, so I don't really know. But someone was telling me how he actually prefers him with Cindy, with Silk.
Hmm.
Going on about personality, and he's got it in his head that like I mean I don't know. I haven't been reading the story, so I wouldn't know. But he thinks that they put him with Gwen because they wanted like when it came to interracial couples, they wanted them together instead of having Silk and Miles.
Right.
And I was like, I don't know, I'm not reading it, so I have no idea how much that means. Like, I don't know. I haven't read their comics, so I don't know how compatible Gwen would be with Miles or with Cindy.
Right. I have no idea. Maybe people in the chat can let us know.
Yeah. But
But that Monster Ranch looking kind of dope though.
Monster Rancher? You mean Monster Hunter?
Yeah, that's all the same. We hunting ranches. we hunting monsters on the ranch. But
Hunting ranches.
I know that there was a large steam fire sale. What you buy?
let them go. Oh yeah, there was a sale. I was talking to people about that earlier this week.
What did I buy? Hold on, let me look at my receipt because there's another game that I'm thinking about buying, which is Dishonored. I'm thinking about buying Dishonored 2. It's only $20. Let's see. Steam. I know I bought Portal and Portal 2 because they were both like $1.
I ain't gonna get those. They're not my cup of tea. My nephew has one of them on the Xbox, and it's not my thing.
Do you get frustrated that you can't do the things?
No, I can do the things. It's like I don't purchase puzzle games.
Yeah.
It had been a game. So let's say you can use that same weapon against enemies.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be cool. But for the game itself just to be okay, get out of this room using the portals, move this block over here, flip the switch using the block and the portal to get out of this room. It's just like, I played that kind of stuff when I was younger.
Yeah.
That's just not for me. That's not my cup of tea anymore.
Yeah, I feel you.
The remake that looked like for
Shadow of the Colossus.
Exactly like how I wanted it to look.
I never played the first one. First Shadow of the Colossus.
I played it, and this looks so good.
Mm-hmm. It does look great. I had no idea this was coming, but like I'm happy that it is. But in terms of like the Steam sale, I got this game called Depth. which which the Black Only crew have been talking about, and video game sharks kind of freak me out. So this
Are
game,
you afraid of sharks too?
kinda, maybe, sort of. Yeah, no, they're like dead-eyed, emotionless, like brutal. If you're in any game with a shark in it, it's going to try to kill you, and most of the time you can't do anything about it.
Oh, sharks are friendly.
I'm gonna race a shark for Shark Week.
Wait, what about a racist shark?
Michael Phelps is supposed to race a shark for Shark Week.
Oh, fuck that.
He's gonna win.
He's gonna die.
They're not gonna be in the same water, fool.
I don't know.
They're gonna be divided, I'm sure.
If that shark wants to get over
Now,
there,
if the
it'll
shark
find a
was
way.
chasing me, then I damn sure was gonna win. That's a race that I'm definitely gonna win.
That's a race.
They are scary. Like, I mean, I've been diving with sharks, like, but the peaceful kinds, like a whale shark or something, and I'm always terrified to think of something actually aggressive.
Yeah, I've done that before too, and they were just like super far away. They've been fed already, and they don't eat humans.
Not okay. Anyway,
But
back
yeah,
to games and not sharks being after us.
right. I bought South Park: The Stick of Truth, even though Fractured But Whole is even though that is going to include the Stick of Truth in the game. I thought it might be a good idea to go through the Stick of Truth before Fractured But Whole comes out, so that I can get myself ready for it.
Yes, I'm excited.
I bought Final Fantasy VI because Jesse Cox has been telling me to get that for ages. And huh?
Have you played it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Have you played 6 before?
6?
Yeah.
Yeah. I played to 8, then I played 10,
That was fine.
and then 10 is the last one I actually played.
Okay.
The other ones I played, like, at someone's house, but I didn't get to commit real time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We better get 15 because eventually, a year later, multiplayer will be released, apparently, because that's what they told us at launch. It's supposed to be a multiplayer game as well.
Yeah.
Bastards.
Yeah. We have no update on that at all.
Well, hopefully our friend finds out some information. I'm going to tell him to grill him. Yo, somebody else. Hey, put a multiplayer out.
Give me the answers. Swear to me.
Where's the girl?
I did buy Resident Evil 7.
I need to get that.
Wait, what'd you say, Ashley?
I can't do Batman voices.
Try it.
No, I'm on the spot.
She'll do it when no one's like expecting it.
Come out.
And I picked up this early access game for $17 called Pamela, which is a survival dystopian futuristic game where you kind of like there's these creatures and these people who've been driven out of this area, and it's like deserted futuristic land. It looks pretty interesting, so I picked it up, and I'm hopefully getting a code for it. But if I get a code, I'll give one away. If not, then it's fine. And that's pretty much all I got. I'm thinking about getting once again, Dishonored 2.
Mm-hmm.
What about you guys?
I ain't buying that other thing.
I didn't buy anything either. We're boring.
Well, what about people at home, Kudo Oni? What's up?
Yeah.
How about you guys? Are you guys getting any of these games that are on this crazy summer Steam sale? Let us know in the comment section.
We were talking about
What's goody, homie?
Mm-hmm.
in chat, and I had someone got Tomb Raider.
Oh, Tomb Raider's so good.
Mm-hmm.
So you say you haven't gotten Tomb Raider?
I have
I'll
not.
check my wish list. Apparently, someone got it for me.
Oh,
So, I'm like, you know when you're waiting for the mail and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, crumbs.
No, it's super
That's
good.
me right now.
It's super good. I love it.
Ha!
Finally bought Pub. Okay. Early access survival builder open world. It's the fourth horseman of the Steam Apocalypse. Wait. Oh, that's what he's telling me about that game. Just bought 3. Oda-san, what games did you buy? Wait, you bought 6 games. What did you buy? What'd you buy?
You buy 3 or 6 or 3, 6, 9. Damn,
Damn,
bitch, fine. Know where we going?
And you do it one more time. Get low. Get low. Get low. Oh, window.
Foolish.
I was gonna do that part.
Oh, no, do it. Do the rest. Do the rest.
No, now I'm on the spot again. I'm kidding.
You have to do it in the Batman voice. To the window.
Yeah, do Batman version. Is this gonna happen?
Yes.
Yes.
So, Willie Will.
Yes.
I gotta know, I've talked to you and I've heard about it a few times, but I'm wondering, since you were actually at E3, schmoozing, rubbing elbows, how was your time? How do you feel? Let me know.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was really tiring. My overall experience of like the whole trip was weird. E3 was great. But again, like a lot of the stuff was either stuff that's coming soon. So like Crash Bandicoot, the Uncharted DLC, you got Horizon DLC coming. It's like, all right, like Marvel's Capcom was there, but like they announced the demo was coming to people at home. So it was like, there were a bunch of stuff that I didn't even bother waiting in line for. Destiny 2, I didn't wait in line for. Call of Duty, I didn't wait in line for. Even though like they both look good. They both look really good. I was just like, they're coming soon enough where like waiting in line isn't really going to be a good use of the time I have. But there were games that I did get some hands-on time with because I was either able to get there early. So like shout out to Magnus, my man over at Ubisoft. I actually met up with him. Basically, the thing about E3 is, especially if you're a streamer, it's the perfect place to meet some of these people that you've been interacting with in person. And like hang out with some of them like at a bar or outside of the convention hall. That's mainly what I spent a lot of my time doing outside of like E3, and then checking out games or exclusive footage, or you get to see some behind the closed doors stuff of a few games. I didn't really get to play that much. I did play Sea of Thieves. I did play Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I did play. I played. What was that game? Absolver, which was like kind of a MMO fighting game style experience. It's kind of weird to explain, but it was really cool. I'm trying to remember what other games I played. I played Far Cry 5.
Oh right.
Yeah, Far Cry. Yeah, it's really cool. I like it a lot. I don't remember the other games that I played. I know there were some other ones but I didn't really get to play that much. It was mainly about checking stuff out, talking to people face to face, and getting some face time. So yeah, it was cool. The place that I stayed at was in downtown LA. And if you've ever been to LA or know about LA, know about downtown, you know that that's not really the poppin' place to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I would recommend most people, if they go to LA, don't stay there. And there were literally ants in my pants. Like there was like a ant infestation there, and they just got all over my clothes and stuff. It was really weird. And the first day I was in, the lady who greeted me, she was like, "Oh, don't worry about those. They're just fireworks. You know, there's people outside doing fireworks." And then the second night I was there, it definitely wasn't fireworks because there were helicopters and police cars kind of chasing people throughout the block. So, yeah, wouldn't recommend.
I have heard a gunshot once, unless I was at a shooting range in my entire life.
Oh, that's it?
Probably less than 2 years ago. I was visiting a friend in Toronto, and she was late coming home from work, and I couldn't remember which parking garage was hers because there's two side by side. So I just pull up the street, and it was like a breakfast place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting there waiting. I'm on my phone, and someone got shot at the breakfast place, and I was kind of like, I thought it was a car or something. I was just like, oh, fixing my phone, and then police and ambulance are showing up. So I like move my car so I'm not in the way. But it was like right there at the end of the street. I couldn't believe it.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
That is bullshit. What about Dream? Have you ever been near a shooting?
Indeed, I have.
Man,
I've never been around any shooters or any. Well, I'm sure I've been around people that do shoot, but there are a couple of instances in my early teen days that I've been around. So there was like one instance, and this is in high school. Mm-hmm. We went to some other school's homecoming. You know, it was in the student annex, the annex building, student center or whatever. Mm-hmm. And, you know, everybody was doing their dancing, and then some kids from another school came up.
As they do.
As we do, right? But of course, there's always beefs or whatever. So somebody was beefing. So they started shooting in there, and we like hopped out the window and just pulled off. But yeah, I mean, I've heard gunshots. I've never been too close to the action where I could potentially get hit. I've never been around. Well, actually, I'll lie. Maybe that little student center one, I could have got hit at the homecoming, but I don't know. But yeah, it sucks.
It does. When I was one of my ex-girlfriends, I took her home from Target. We both used to work at Target together, and I was walking her home from a train station, and it was late. It was like a Friday. It might have been like 1:00. We did closing, so we had to stay there all night. And as we were walking towards her house, like we were really close to where she lived, there were people across the street from us, like arguing about something outside of a liquor store, and then they just started shooting at each other. And like we were like literally right down the street, like right across the street. So she, at the time, funny story, she put her glasses inside of my hoodie, and we were coming off the couch, and I stepped on my hoodie because it's just a hoodie, and her glasses were in it, and I cracked them. So like she was like basically blind without them. And so she saw flashes in her, so she's like, what's happening? So I had to like take her and just like run into somebody's backyard and like hope they just went away. Like we didn't really have much of a choice there, but that shit was crazy.
That is crazy. I'm just like, what's the glasses thing? Like, I can't imagine, that'd be scarier.
Yeah.
Did you happen to see either of the IADs while you were there?
No, I wish. I told them that we definitely got to meet up, and she was telling me where they were and where I was. I was like, all right, we'll have to meet up later. The thing about E3 is that like so much happens in between your time going to somewhere else that like you can get distracted very easily unless you like legit are going to the same place. Right. It's really hard to coordinate, and like the internet gets slow in there because there's all these people in there, and
right, using the bandwidth.
Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah, we definitely wanted to make that happen though, but just didn't have time.
I'd like to go eventually.
Yeah,
it's so hard to do West Coast stuff though, because there are cons and everything, and hold 1 second. I'm so bad at chat and
right. It's hard.
Yeah. Yeah. There's it's hard to get out there. It's expensive for one to fly that far. Did you end up finding like a decent how long did you have? Like how long did you know you were going?
So funny story about that. I knew I was going to be there for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I was going to be there for the 3 days. Friday, I flew back.
Yeah.
And Monday night is when I got in, so I didn't really get to do anything Monday night. But I did go to the Overwatch after party. So Sean, we've had on the podcast before, and he's like super, super cool guy. He was telling me, he was like, hey, what are you doing Friday? And I'm like, I head home Friday. He's like, ooh, what time? So I told him what time. It was just out of range to go down to Blizzard headquarters and check out their studio and like see everything, sign some NDAs and check some behind the scenes stuff out. And I was kind of bummed about that, but
cool though.
I know. Can you fight back an evil within? Yes, you can.
Then I might play that one.
Yeah. Outlast, you cannot.
It's definitely not for me. Nah, fuck Outlast. I don't even know why that's still on my hard drive.
You might get some great viewers coming in to see you get the shit scared out of you.
You see me lose my soul on Twitch? You better be out your mind. I'm not fit. No, it's not happening. I'd rather at least be able to be like, oh, and then like have a conniption and then at least pull the trigger.
You know, the really funny thing about that is, you'll be surprised what you'll be able to get through. I was going to say something else, but I totally forgot now. I totally forgot. You're talking about fighting back with evil within. Lose your soul. Oh, aspirations as a streamer. This is one of the other things that I definitely wanted to ask you guys. Because we're all streaming right now. I've been streaming for entirely too long. But I feel like things are going really well right now. They can always get better. But you know, I feel like I've got like a very clear vision of what I need to do moving forward. I want to hear from you guys and people in chat as well. I want to hear from you as well. What do you wish for in streaming? Like, what are some of your goals, short term and long term?
For ourselves or for us, like our channels, or
for your channels.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
One, I would like to make a layout. I still haven't done that yet. There are cosmetic things that I would like to fix with my stream. I would like to, scheduling. It's hard. Well, you know, first things first, I need to have a better thing than I've got a MacBook Pro.
Mm-hmm.
Not awesome for streaming. I really do want to be able to stream games. That's the thing. Like, I do more than cosplay, but every time I try to stream games on here, like,
it's an issue.
I play Pokemon, like the card game online, and whenever I try running it, sometimes it'll like slow down my game, and the thing is, stuff times out. So I'll click a card to use it, and then freezes. And then I'm just like, oh! And then it like times out my move, and then that card gets discarded, so I get really frustrated. So like, I really do want to be streaming games.
Yeah.
But right now I'm not at the point that I can. It's definitely a goal. It's just that like, there's only so much money you can spend. Like, I can make it off my cosplay stuff. It's just that like, cosplays aren't cheap. You know, traveling to conventions, what people don't understand is like, unless I'm a guest, like, I'm paying to be there. You know, I'm paying for booth space. I'm paying for the hotel, the travel, things like that. And, you know, people supporting me, it means the world to me. But a lot of what I make at conventions just goes to covering the con, and then the weeks around it. You know what I mean? Like, I have bills.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to be able to like upgrade all my stuff, but between all of that, like, it's a lot to invest in like all the computer, all the things for that. I still cosplay itself. I've got, you know, self-photography things that really help with travel. So it's a lot. I would like love to fix some cosmetic things that I can do for now to at least help the look of my page.
Mm-hmm.
B, PC situation would help a lot, and then start gaming more.
Mm-hmm.
Because the crafting is great, but there are days where it'd be nice to just like hang out and game instead of, because like, you know, my brain might be a bit fried from crafting and stuff. And then when I want to game by myself, like, I can't stream it because that would be another way to hang out.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, right now my gaming time is like alone time instead of being more time that I can spend with people, because I really do love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love the community that's been, you know, coming together and everything. So I think for me, like, those are the three, long-winded answer for the three main things I want to improve with my Dream Manifested. What about you?
Let's see. So again, just to make sure. So as far as what are our aspirations as just streaming, as far as what you want to do with streaming?
Yeah, what you want to do, what you're looking for in the future, basically what your short-term and long-term goals are with streaming.
Well, ultimately, streaming is something I want streaming to be something that I use as far as like that chill session, that way that I can connect with people. So ultimately, you understand, I want to make games and things of that nature. streaming in a way is to show that I'm still cool, I'm still regular. Y'all guys can be a part of the growth process. I can talk with you, we can converse. It also shows that because I play a variety of games, that I'm not like some of these, like, there's always a disconnect in the business realm, where you have like the people who are workers or whatever often. There are people who really want to make a game. Then you have the people that own companies or the ones that actually are putting the money at you to say so. And there's that level of disconnect between people who know what, the like-minded people who know what people want and people who want to throw out the money for the business. So showing that I stream multiple games and I talk to people shows the fact that I am one with you guys. I'm one with everyone. I'm just like everybody else. I know what we want. We can talk about what we all want. And so when I make a game, it's because it's something that I feel that needs to be done, and also what a lot of people want to see. And also, I've met quite a lot of people through Ill Will. And I was actually telling one of my brothers yesterday on the phone. He's actually doing big things. Actually, I was just calling. We were rapping about that, but I told him as far as networking. And the power and the beauty of networking, the fact that me and Will have become pretty good friends, all started with me just leaving a comment on his YouTube video. That didn't have anything to do with gaming.
It's crazy how much it connects people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's really the biggest thing for me, is just that. Like, I've met people, like, I do a lot of solitary work at home, like when I'm not at a con.
Yeah.
I'm here building. I'm here, running my print store, updating the social media, photo shoots, yes, but like, maybe that's like every other week. I don't have consistent people that I see, and like the online aspect of it, just like building these relationships, like that's what I end up talking about. Like at convention, it's not like I find I have less time talking about, oh, there was a neat shirt or the figure I've been looking for. I end up being like, oh my gosh, and so we like talk, like I met this person, we talked about this, like the human interaction. So I think that's one thing that I've gotten most from streaming, is having these really cool people all around the world that I wouldn't have met otherwise. Like, so no, it's really neat building the relationships. But I think because like I'm mostly streaming creative, it's obviously different than streaming gaming. So like I can see where the ways in which you communicate, like you're talking about like, hey, what do we like about these games? Like what ways that you want to improve it, or ways that it's like the ways in which it triumphs. You know what I mean? Like that's a different conversation than like I'm like, so today we're going to detangle this wig and I'm going to try different sprays. Like it's a different conversation.
Yeah.
Than gaming for sure.
And I think ultimately you want to be, because and I notice how having a schedule helps you to organize things better. Got that from Ill Will over there. His schedule is very much organized. But also like, if you are, like you said, you want to be able to stream games. So right now you're on the creative side of the stream. So it's a lot of talking about what you're doing, and probably is very didactic. So while I'm on the gaming side, I do want to be able at some point when I have more confidence to do some creative streams and talk about that. And either whether I can help or somebody can help me.
Will's like the in-between right now. Like we go from like gaming to gaming and creative to creative. Like when it comes to like our content. And like both of us are looking to kind of swap over to each other's sides.
Do a little both there.
A little dabbling,
It's kind of tough, like the creative process, because a lot of what I do, like I figure out while I do it. And I think that because cosplay is my job, people just assume like you're a pro at it, like everything you do. But there are totally times where I'm just like, whoops. And you have to be okay with like allowing people to see your mistakes or see your like
struggle a little bit. Yeah.
And like it's okay that it looks like a if you look at a surgery in the middle of it, it looks like a bunch of just chaos.
Flash.
So you can't like, I don't know, I have a lot of friends that get really insecure about like, but it looks so bad like when I'm working on it.
That's the point.
Right. Yeah. And even if it does turn out poorly, like I've had times where, well, that experiment didn't work. Yeah. But now, and I just tell people like, I'd rather be the one to try it than you guys, a lot of my because I work with some of the companies that send me over, like some of them send me stuff to try.
Right.
And I'd rather learn it with stuff that got sent to me than someone go out, spend money, and try to figure out and have it botched up, have to buy the stuff. So I don't know. I think it's like anything. Once you do it, it's a lot less scary than what you build it up in your head.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean that makes a lot of sense. I think those are all really important and aspirational things to shoot for. And there's some people, we talked about this before on streams. Like some people will start streaming and they'll do it like once or twice and then they'll get discouraged and they stop doing it. Because most of them who do that, who kind of start thinking that they're going to get that big buck, that big win, are mainly in it for the money.
Mm-hmm.
And while this industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, it's continuing to grow by the day. It's incredibly saturated. There are a ton of people who are out here doing something similar-ish to what we're doing. They're doing a podcast, or they're doing a Let's Play, or they're doing, a creative live stream and stuff like that. And the difference between what you do and what they do, a lot of it comes down to personality and who you are. A lot of it comes down to your willingness to keep doing it, whereas they might just give up.
Yeah. And that's why I think, like, for me, it's the company. And, like, if I haven't been able to stream for, like, a weekend that I've been gone, I'm like, guys, we have so much to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it. And I definitely have seen people go, like, oh, I tried the Twitch thing, but, like, I didn't make any money and I wasted a lot of time. I'm like, but what were the other aspects of the experience that you got from it?
Yeah.
When you look at it like that, I think for sure, you're just looking at it as like, how can I win at this business model?
Yeah.
Versus, like, it depends on, like, what kind of content creator do you want to be? What kind of, like, what are you trying, like, what are your goals?
Right.
I think the people who stick with it and the people who end up with these really positive communities are the people that are thinking of it more than dollar signs.
Right.
Because there will be days where, I watch tons of streamers, they get a lot of followers in a day, but maybe people only, like, cheered a couple times. But they're still streaming, and then other streams, they're getting donations, they're getting lots of cheering, they're getting whatever. So, like, I think it's not just about the donations.
Yeah.
I think for the people who end up sticking with it, and who actually enjoy it.
Right. I'm totally with you.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any other things you'd like to interject into the podcast before we bring it to a full circle close?
Well, it ain't a full circle until you give your thoughts and opinions and your aspirations.
How about you?
Okay.
You have to, like, where do you want to go? Like, not only for yourself, like, but for this, like, team that you've established. Because I'd like to hear both. Like,
yes.
Because they can have similarities, but I'm sure there's some differences between the two.
So for the group, my aspiration would be elevating the group to the point where they've got their own communities, and when we come together for these podcasts or for any collaborations, there's just that many more people who didn't know about one of the other people, who now are exposed to that person because, hey, I like Dream Manifest's stuff. Oh, hey, who's this Ashley dude? She's actually pretty cool. I like her. Let me go give her a follow. Let me go watch her stuff. Oh, wow, she's actually really knowledgeable and she's hilarious and she's adorable. Hey, let me give her a little cheer here and there. Like, I want to build a scenario where that's just common, where that's just like a thing that happens all the time. I'm trying to build all of my people's following so that they can continue doing more of this, and so that I can also continue doing more of this. I want to, for my own self, be able to do this in a sustainable model. I want to be able to eventually get to a point where I can do my creative stuff and my gaming stuff full time. But more so than anything, like, I want to be a voice in this industry that is continuing to push push creativity, push interesting ideas, but push positivity as well. And yeah, I want to get to a point where this is just a thing that happens. Like I'm, living the reality of like, hey, I'm waking up and working on this comic book, and then throughout the rest of the day, I'm live streaming some gaming and like having some fun with some friends and just like shooting the shit and doing these really cool skits and meeting interesting people and working on this project. And one of the biggest reasons why for me, building a following is so important is because like I have the comic book that I'm also doing as well. And I want all of that to kind of cross-pollinate and cross-breed into each other so that people who are exposed to some of the other fan art I've done or some of the client work I've done, some of the gaming sessions that I've had, like, oh, I get this now. Like people who are still surprised that like I do artwork, they have no idea. They've only seen my gaming stuff, so they come in and they're just like, whoa, wait, you made this? Oh, yeah. So the long-term goal is to be able to continue building on that, so that that is a huge source of people knowing about the stuff that I'm working on. And again, the cross-pollinating between people who are also doing really cool things, at least in my opinion. I think people have the potential to do really awesome stuff, and they don't because they are told that it's a waste of time, or they don't see immediate results, or blah blah blah. So,
right, it really is like a fitness journey.
Yeah.
When it comes to results, I find that in general, whenever you're trying to build yourself, not just with Twitch, but like on any platform as a creative, it's like, yes, there's instant success in some people's cases, but in a lot of cases, it takes a while.
Yeah.
For you to really be noticing the fruits of your labor. And yeah, I think with streaming, some people, like you said, they watch Twitch, and they see what someone else is doing, but you don't get to compare your day one to somebody's like
year two.
Yeah, exactly. You don't get to compare. You need to compare to their day one.
Yeah.
And like, even like me, like my day one was kind of a cheat because like I already have an established platform with my cosplay. So no, you don't, like, if like someone else who started the same week as me can't necessarily compare themselves and get like, get down about themselves, because I'm coming over with, people who already are familiar with my work. But if this is like your first platform and you're going at it, it needs to be a different growth. And I think people need to stop comparing themselves to everyone else. Like, it's good to compare, like, and make a goal, but your self-worth as a content creator,
right,
diminished by someone else's success, or where they're at versus where you're at.
Right. Yeah, you gotta look at your own kind of growth pattern and see where things are going, where they're not going, what's helping you grow versus stuff that's kind of keeping you stagnant. And the thing I've always talked about before that I still have difficulty with sometimes now is deciding what game to play next can be a challenge or thing to do or thing to work on, because you might find that, I'll give a huge shout out to King Radnoff, for example, one of my really good friends that I met through streaming. And he would consistently, like, almost no fail. Anytime he played Warframe, he'd have like 100 people in his chat at any given time, and he'd be just like hosting, he's chilling. But he doesn't want to just keep playing that one game. He wants to play other games. He wants to experience other stuff and do something more interesting. And so you get to a point where you have to think about what you want versus what is going to get you to that goal faster. And sometimes they aren't the same, and it sucks. But it's something that we got to deal with, and something that we have to continuously evolve through and push through. But once you get there, once you get to a point where you can literally play whatever you want, like, you don't have to. But sometimes people don't want to watch you play, League of Legends, or they don't want to watch you play Fallout and just building houses. They want to watch you play something more interesting.
This is true.
as much as I would love to keep going onto the chat, I actually realize how hungry I am, and I know you guys are probably starving right now.
Always.
I cheated. I have my kale salad with. I need more dressing though.
Yeah, you gotta get some dressing on that.
It's so sad. It's so dry.
It's a little dry kale. So sad.
Kale as big as my head. But sorry, the size. Anyway, yeah, I'm sure you guys are hungry. It's almost 4:00.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be meeting a couple of streamers for sushi right now, but they'll understand because I'm doing a podcast. So.
Yeah, for sure. I gotta go wash some clothes and then get ready for a stream later.
Yeah, so people at home, if you are listening on iTunes retroactively, or if you're watching right now on Twitch, which many of you are, first of all, thank you for all being here. It's really a pleasure of all of us to have you here. I want you guys to go follow these two other lovely people that we have on the show. They do some really awesome content, and I would very much appreciate if you spread the love to them as well. So I'm going to leave the link again for people who are too lazy to click on things individually, where you can just click that, and you'll be taken directly to their channels to go follow.
Thank you.
Yes,
appreciate that.
Is there anything else that you two lovely folks would like to close out with?
No, man.
Hopefully I'm on sooner than later.
And hopefully we can get some game time in with Ashley at some point. I know we've all been trying to make it happen, but shit happens.
Ashley, you need to trade them gamer tags, player.
I'm Mandalorian.
Yes. Yeah, I'll send it to you. I think I already sent it to you, bruh.
You ain't send me none.
But listen. We're gonna throw a raid up for somebody else while we are giving him her gamer tag. Because he doesn't know these things. He doesn't understand how these work, apparently. Let's see. I'm going to refresh this and see who we've got on our list. Again, thank you guys so much for being here again. It has been an absolute pleasure. We have many more things on the way. Tonight, we have more streaming on the way as well. On my channel, there's going to be some on Dream Manifests, and I'm pretty sure, Ashley, you will be too.
Perfect. I got some crafting to do.
You can always throw up a multi-stream and watch all three of us at the same time. That totally works. And we'll catch you next time.
Holla!